talk about A Family Affair. So A Family Affair was a quick yet important stop on the Hal Prince career train. Hal had been producing musicals on Broadway for 8 years, but had yet to break through as a director. A Family Affair was written by an early career John Kander and the brothers William and James Goldman. A charming musical about the foibles of an entire family as a young bride and groom headed to the altar. The show was directed out of town by Ward Baker, hot off the Fantastics. And when the show was struggling out of town, Hal had the opportunity to replace him and direct his first Broadway-bound show.
Doesn't that look like someone directing their first Broadway-bound show? Over there!
Stage left!
At the time Hal took over, the production was a mess and would have to open in New York in 2.5 weeks no matter what. Hal fixed the show as much as he could, and all agreed that his work made the show much better. He received several nice notices, and word on the street was that a new director had arrived. But he just didn't have enough time to make Family Affair a hit or do everything he wanted to do, and it wound up running for 2 months at what is now the Nederlander Theater. Ooh, magic. A few seasons earlier, the show might have run a season on its charm, but standards were a bit higher by 1962.
Now, the New York Mirror called A Family Affair a fast and funny musical and noted, Harold Prince has staged the Donnybrook at a swift pace, and Rita Gardner and Larry Kurt click as the youngsters caught in the middle. The New World Telegram called the show absolutely lovable and noted that Hal had freshened the familiar in scores of ingenious ways. The final lines of the review were, even the supporting players performed like stars. To name one, Linda Lavin as a crying girl in a dress shop, a playgirl at a bachelor party, and a dress designer. She builds her own bright fire whenever she steps on stage.
A Family Affair had some interesting similarities with a musical that would open on Broadway decades later, A Catered Affair. Both small musicals about dysfunctional family dynamics and a Jewish wedding, A Family Affair was much broader in its comedy. The show and score point to later hits of its writers. These were the men who wrote Family Affair, who later wrote Cabaret, Chicago, The Lion in Winter, Follies, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Princess Bride, and much more. But despite the later acclaim of all of its creators, A Family Affair has never received a significant revival. It's an interesting production photo, isn't it?
Different degrees of leg lifting. So the most well-known song from A Family Affair is a song that was actually cut. Mamie in the Afternoon appeared in A Family Affair with music by John Kander and lyrics by the Goldman brothers. Now, years later, Kander repurposed it with lyrics by Fred Ebb, and it became Arthur in the Afternoon, sung by Liza Minnelli in the act. Now, here to sing the original version, Jack Bowman.
Coffee in the morning, supper in the evening, and Mamie in the afternoon. Sugar in my coffee, sweetens up my coffee, like Mamie does the afternoon. They say that love is better with the moon in the sky, but not for Mamie and me. We start loving when the sun is high, from 1:45 to 2:45. Here we go. Coffee is a pleasure, supper is a pleasure, but lunchtime can't come too soon. That brings Mamie in the afternoon. If you get a fever, pick up the receiver, and Mamie in the afternoon. Don't be solitary, make a Bloody Mary, and Mamie in the afternoon. They say that love is better with the moon in the sky, but nights are strictly a bore. We start loving when the sun is high, from 2:45 to 4:45. Blues will never get you, troubles won't upset you, 'cause good times can't come too soon.